punch, kick, bam, sock, in the face. Welcome to Drawing Conclusions. I'm Josh.
I'm Jessica. Today we're reviewing The Incredibles 2, a sequel that everyone has been waiting for the past 14 years.
Yeah, pretty much right after the credits rolled on the first one. We're like, where's the second one?
And we're happy to report that it has been well worth the wait, the 14 years.
Yes.
This sequel is phenomenal.
Does not disappoint.
Yeah. It is a funny, delightful, well-structured story. Just a great film.
I would say even a bit heartwarming, too.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think there's always that emotional impact, that core at the heart of every good Pixar film, which is pretty much all of them.
Right.
And I think that has this here. The relationships between the family are... I mean, that was one of the things I liked about the first Incredibles. The relationships between the family are very real. Sometimes they fight, sometimes they get on each other's nerves, but sometimes they get along, and sometimes they love... And all the time they love each other, right? Like, no matter what's going on, they love each other. And their relationships are very strong.
It's very relatable. I mean,
Yeah.
Definitely to our family I grew up in, probably family you grew up in. I think it's really relatable, just the bond they have with one another. First off, let's just talk to technical crud. It's a Pixar show, so it's gonna look fabulous, and this one just they keep getting better and better visually, and this one is no exception. It just looks awesome.
Yeah. It's just incredible to me. To me, but really, though, how beautiful the film was.
Yeah.
And I think all Pixar films are beautiful, but this one really is so beautiful. And you can see the developments that have happened over the past decade and a half since the first movie came out. Mm-hmm. And it's just gorgeous. I mean, it's just a really gorgeous film.
Yeah.
The action sequences are so well done.
Oh, they're really great.
Yeah.
Really great.
And I just think what an achievement to be able to make an animated action film, that is this high quality and this high of a caliber. It's really just a great, visually stunning film.
Right. I think the first movie had a lot of great sequences as well, action-wise. I think this one just takes it a step further.
Yeah.
And it really just blows... I don't know, kind of blew me away. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
The cast, again, was great. Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, Frozone, all awesome. And just the new cast members that they bring in were really great. Bob Odenkirk as Winston. He was a good voice actor, good voice there.
Yeah, and Catherine Keener as
right.
Evelyn. And, really a good job. And all the fun... kind of side characters and little bits from the first one that they, with Frozone's wife, Honey, calling from the background,
right.
And
that's in there again.
And having Edna Mode in there for a bit, for a little cameo, and Brad Bird's performance of Edna Mode, so great.
Yep.
I really liked how they explored Jack's powers in this film. Mm-hmm. There were some really funny, awesome sequences around Jack and his powers and the problems that they caused and the solutions that they gave to problems and stuff, and he's just so cute. I mean, he's just so fun to watch.
Yeah, as great as the other characters were, I mean, Jack really does steal the show for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how you felt about that. I think you felt
definitely
the same.
Yeah, he's so cute.
He was cute. He was funny. I mean, just all the things you would want, and they delivered.
Yeah. As much as I liked the first Incredibles, I would say that one of the things that's better in the sequel is the humor. I felt like this was a much funnier film than the first Incredibles movie. And just, it's a bit more lighthearted, I felt like. It wasn't quite as weighty as the first Incredibles. The problems and anxiety and depression of you feel the characters going through in the first film is not quite... It's not quite as intense in this movie. They still have struggles and conflict, but, it's a little
Right.
jovial.
Not to
overall.
say that this was like a total cream puff of a show. It does
No.
have its moments, but maybe not as impactful as the first one in that area.
Right. Well, I think, it's fine. It doesn't have to be as intense. It's kind of
No.
nice for them to take a slightly different tone and different tack with this one than to have it feel exactly the same as the
Right.
first one. Because then why do it?
Definitely not a retread.
Right.
I like the villain in this one. We won't really talk much about this person. I thought they were cool, and their motivation was also really fascinating, interesting, and a
And
really
relevant.
great villain.
Yeah.
Relevant.
Yeah.
Yes, good word there.
I think it's interesting because it kind of felt like the same way with the Black Panther villain, where it's like you can understand the motivation and you even agree with their point of view to a certain extent, but the way that they go about trying to
Impact.
like promote their ideas of what should be happening, is not quite right. And then they place the blame maybe in the wrong place. And they take it to extremes. So I always think that's interesting when you can sympathize to a certain degree with the villain, or at least the things that they believe and think, or what compelled them to feel the way that they do about it. You understand the genesis of their villainy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's my new band name, Genesis of Villainy. So
Sweet. Excellent. Goth punk band. Sounds like that.
Yep, that's it right there.
Awesome. Overall, how did you like this movie?
I just had a great time.
Yes.
And, I am excited to have my kids watch it. I think that they will really enjoy it. It's going to be a really fun time for the entire family. And if you enjoyed the first Incredibles, you'll enjoy this one. It's at least as good, if not better, I feel like, than the original Incredibles. It's just a really well done film. So, Josh, what rating would you give The Incredibles 2?
I'd give this 5 stars because this movie is awesome. Rock 'em, sock 'em. Good time. Good family film. Your kids will love it. You'll love it. If you like the first one, go see this one.
Yeah. Josh, I really like the picture that you did to go with this review. I think it is really awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration for your picture?
Well, since The Incredibles deals with superheroes, and to me they'd always kind of resembled the Fantastic Four. And at least in some small ways, you got big guy, strong guy, smart, and Elastigirl's like Mr. Fantastic. And Violet can turn invisible, and Dash is kind of the brash young Johnny Storm kind of thing. So I picked an old classic comic cover from old Fantastic Four comic books.
Yeah, and it kind of reflects the aesthetic of the movie as well, because The Incredibles has that early 1960s aesthetic to it, which is the first issue of Fantastic Four came out in 1961.
Yep.
So it's
I had fun drawing this, and I hope you guys enjoy watching me work on it. It was a blast. I really like this, and really like this movie, and I'm glad I was able to turn in a good effort for this one.
So that is it for this edition of Drawing Conclusions. Join us next time when we will be reviewing Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
No, not that again. Anyway.
But in the meantime, please like this video, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe, leave us some comments.
And always, don't forget to share.
Yeah, and share. Sharing is caring, people. Just remember that.
That's right.
Bye. Thanks.